Hi everyone, my name is Jeff. I'm the CXO here at Synthrio, and I'm just going to do this quick video to give you all a tour of Thrio AI. Thrio AI is Synthreo's customer side portal. Basically, it's the GPT chatbot that our customers interact with, and it's similar to other GPT chatbots you may have used. When you get here, you've got a history of all prior chats that you have, and you can always start a new one just by typing here and hitting enter. You're going to be able to engage with the chatbot, and you're going to get a response. You can click the paperclip right here to attach files. If you want to augment your conversation with information that you've got saved in a file, you can hit this search button if you want to do deep web research. You can also use that arrow button in order to send your input, command or control on a Windows computer. Control enter, will give you another line if you want to, let's say, have multi-line input like that. Um, Supports multiple models. We've got the two from OpenAI, 4.0 and 4.0 Mini, and the Anthropic ones, Claude, are coming soon as well. Supports theming. You can go dark. I like auto, so that it switches automatically with the clock. Now, you're going to notice that it seems to know my name and it seems to reference something about my perspective. Where's that coming from? I'm going to show you. That's in the profile. When you visit your profile, you can tell it what you want to be called. Jeff's my name, so that's what I went with. But you can be clever and choose something else. What do I do? A little bit of everything. And anything else you should know about me? Well, sometimes I'm the pigeon, and sometimes I'm the statue. What can you do? Such is life. Anyway, that's what it's referencing. Back in the profile, you can also manage your memories, which are things that you have told Thrio AI that you want it to remember about you. You can tell it that you want new memories just by saying so. Remember this and this and this about me, and it'll show up here on the list. And then you can always click this trash icon if you want to delete something that you've asked it to remember before. Here, I've asked it to remember at some point that I'm located in New York City. So the next feature I want to talk to you about is the Explore GPTs function, and that's where you can create custom GPTs. When you come here and click the Create GPT function, click the Create GPT button, you can basically name a GPT, provide a caption, some custom instructions, and upload some training documents, and there's also function calls. We'll come back to those in just a second. The purpose of these, I'm going to show you one that I've done for demo purposes is this one that where I've uploaded a document. It's the confirmation from a conference I went to recently, and I've asked the GPT to call me captain and talk like a pirate. The purpose of these is to be able to provide specific instructions. Obviously, this one's a little bit silly, and I've made it just for demo purposes, but you can think of using something like this, like if you want to build a bot that answers questions about your employee handbook, for instance. You would attach the employee handbook and provide some specific instructions saying the attached file is the employee handbook. You are a helpful assistant whose job it is to answer our employees' questions about various policies at our workplace. And it will do that. And you can even provide some guardrails like do not do any web research or do not answer questions about topics that are not related to the employee handbook, and so on and so forth. And as you can see, it works. Let's just use that silly one that I made. How much was that conference? And I would expect it to be able to answer that content, be able to answer that question like a pirate based on content that's in the document. And there it goes. I paid a total of $612.85, and it's talking like a pirate. Wonderful. Last thing I want to cover is the agents. A lot here, so I'm not going to go into a ton of detail, just to let you know that these are like custom GPTs on steroids, where it's not just a document and a custom prompt, but we've actually tied in the back end using our low code builder. We've tied the agent into business applications, cloud services, what have you, that your mailbox, so you can have all kinds of triggers and all kinds of content. Even the agents can act autonomously. It's a topic for another video, but just to let you know about it, and also to highlight the purpose of function calls. The purpose of function calls is to use some of those agents within the context of a custom GPT. You can basically add a function to a custom GPT by saying, well, going back to our employee handbook, right? Like, let's say we had an agent that integrated with the HR system to pull, how much PTO is available. So we might add a function saying, if the user asks about how much PTO they have available, then call this agent. That's how function calls come in. So the agent itself would have access to the HR system when the custom GPT is using that as a function in its conversation. So that highlights some of the features that I wanted to go over for 3.0 AI. Hope you enjoy using it. If you have any questions or comments, we love to hear from you. Please contact us at help@synthrio.ai. Once again, I'm Jeff, the CXO here at Synthrio. Thanks for watching.